A man is not called wise because he talks and talks again, but if he is peaceful, loving, and fearless, then he is in truth called wise. Purity or impurity depends on oneself. No one can purify another. Just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. However many holy words you read, however many you speak, what good will they do you if you do not act on upon them? Whether you're dealing with everyday stressors or struggling with anxiety or depression, learning how to calm your mind can make a big difference in your overall well-being. While there's no one-size-fits-all solution, there are a number of things you can try to help quiet your mind and ease your anxiety. Mindfulness meditation is one approach that can be helpful in calming your mind. This type of meditation involves focusing your attention on the present moment, without judgment. This can help you to become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, and learn to let go of unhelpful thoughts and emotions. Yoga and other forms of exercise can also be helpful in calming your mind. Exercise can help to release feel-good chemicals in the brain, such as endorphins, and can also help to reduce stress hormones. Additionally, the rhythmic movements of yoga can help to ease anxiety and promote relaxation. 1. You can't calm your mind if you don't know what's causing your anxiety. The first step to taking control of your anxiety is to understand what causes it. Once you know what your triggers are, you can start to develop healthy coping mechanisms to deal with them. There are many different things that can cause anxiety. For some people, it may be a specific event or situation, such as public speaking or flying. For others, it may be an ongoing worry or concern, such as worrying about money or health. And for others still, it may be a combination of both. There is no one-size-fits-all answer to what causes anxiety. However, there are some common themes and triggers that tend to be associated with anxiety. These include asterisk situations or events that are new or outside of your comfort zone, asterisk pressure or deadlines, asterisk a lack of control over the outcome, asterisk negative self-talk or thinking, asterisk perfectionism. The good news is that once you know what your triggers are, you can start to take steps to manage them. This may involve developing healthy coping mechanisms, such as relaxation techniques or positive self-talk. You may also need to make lifestyle changes, such as getting more exercise or reducing caffeine intake. If you're not sure what's causing your anxiety, it may be helpful to speak to a mental health professional. They can help you to identify your triggers and develop a plan to manage them. 2. Identify your anxiety triggers and avoid them if possible. Some people are able to live their lives without ever experiencing anxiety. For the rest of us, unfortunately, anxiety is something that we have to learn to deal with. There are many things that can trigger anxiety, and it is not always possible to avoid them. However, it is important to try to identify your anxiety triggers and avoid them if possible. One of the most common anxiety triggers is stress. Stress can come from many different sources, such as work, school, or personal relationships. If you find that you are frequently feeling anxious, it is important to try to identify the sources of your stress and find ways to reduce them. This may mean learning to say no to extra work assignments, delegating tasks to others, or taking time for yourself each day to relax and distress. Another common anxiety trigger is doubt. Doubt can creep in when we are unsure of ourselves or our ability to handle a situation. If you find yourself doubting your abilities, it is important to remind yourself that you are capable and competent. Speak kindly to yourself and give yourself credit for all that you have accomplished. There are many other things that can trigger anxiety, such as worries about the future, perfectionism, and social anxiety. If you are struggling with anxiety, it is important to work with a therapist or counselor who can help you identify your triggers and develop coping strategies. 3. Exercise regularly to help reduce stress. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Exercise is a great way to reduce stress and take care of your mind and body. Regular exercise has been shown to help reduce stress, improve moods, boost brain power, and more. Just a moderate amount of exercise can make a big difference. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, try adding some physical activity to your daily routine. Walking is a great way to get started. Even a short walk around the block can help clear your head and improve your mood. If you can, get outside in nature for a walk. Being in nature has been shown to reduce stress and improve moods. If you're feeling really stressed, you can also try some deep breathing exercises or meditation. These can help you relax and focus your thoughts. There are plenty of other ways to reduce stress, so experiment and find what works best for you. Regular exercise is a great place to start. 4. Practice meditation or other relaxation techniques. Calming your mind can be difficult in today's hectic world. There are many things to worry about and stress about. However, there are ways to calm your mind. One way is to practice meditation or other relaxation techniques. Meditation is a great way to calm your mind. It allows you to focus on your breath and clear your thoughts. There are many different types of meditation, so you can find one that works best for you. Other relaxation techniques can also be helpful in calming your mind. These techniques can include things like yoga, tai chi, and deep breathing exercise. Find what works best for you and stick with it. Regular practice will help you to feel more calm and relaxed. 5. Get enough sleep and avoid alcohol and drugs. It's important to get enough sleep and to avoid alcohol and drugs if you want to learn how to be calm. When you're sleep deprived, your body doesn't function as well as it should. You're more likely to be irritable and have trouble concentrating. Alcohol and drugs can also affect your ability to think clearly and make good decisions. If you want to be calm your mind, you need to be well rested and sober. There are a few things you can do to make sure you get enough. First, establish a regular sleep schedule and stick to it as much as possible. Go to bed and get up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Avoid napping during the day, as it can make it harder to fall asleep at night. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Avoid watching television or working on the computer in bed. Establish a relaxing bedtime routine to help you wind down before sleep. If you have trouble sleeping, don't hesitate to reach out for help. Talk to your doctor about any sleep problems you're having. They can rule out any underlying medical conditions and recommend treatment options. There are also some helpful sleep aids that you can use if needed. Avoiding alcohol and drugs is also crucial for keeping your mind calm. Alcohol is a depressant that can make you feel anxious and stressed. It can also interfere with your sleep. Drugs can have even more harmful effects. They can make you paranoid, confused, and anxious. If you want to be calm your mind, it's important to stay away from these substances. 6. Talk to a therapist if your anxiety is severe. If you're struggling to keep your anxiety in check, it might be time to seek out professional help. A therapist can provide you with the tools and support you need to manage your anxiety in a healthy way. Therapy for anxiety can take many different forms, but all types of therapy share the goal of helping you learn how to control your anxiety and live a happy, fulfilling life. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is one of the most effective types of therapy for anxiety. CBT teaches you how to identify the thoughts and beliefs that contribute to your anxiety, and then how to change those thoughts and beliefs. Exposure therapy is another effective type of therapy for anxiety. Exposure therapy involves gradually exposing yourself to the things that trigger your anxiety in a safe and controlled environment. This can help you to learn how to control your anxiety and eventually live a normal life. If you're struggling with anxiety, reach out to a therapist. With the right help, you can learn how to manage your anxiety and live a happy, fulfilling life. 7. Don't try to calm your mind. Focus on reducing your anxiety. One of the most common pieces of advice for people with anxiety is to try to calm their mind. While it makes sense in theory, in practice it can actually make things worse. When you're trying to calm your mind, you're usually thinking about all the things that are making you anxious in the first place. This can lead to a never-ending cycle of anxiety and overthinking. Instead of trying to calm your mind, focus on reducing your anxiety. This can be done by identifying the things that trigger your anxiety and working to avoid them. If you can't avoid them, try to reframe your thinking about them. For example, if you're anxious about an upcoming presentation, instead of thinking about all the ways it could go wrong, focus on all the ways it could go right. Some people find that distraction can help reduce their anxiety. If you can find something to take your mind off of your anxious thoughts, you may be able to calm yourself down. This can be anything from reading a book to going for a walk to listening to music. Experiment with different activities and find what works best for you. Remember that anxiety is a normal part of life, and everyone experiences it at one point or another. Don't try to fight it or push it away. Accept it and work on managing it in a way that works for you.